Okay. Good morning. How are you guys? That was a quick mute, Sue. Okay, you ready? Let's do this. Who wants to feel fabulous in 45 minutes? Me. Okay, take your feet a little wider than the width of your mat. Big deep breath. Reach your arms nice and long. Now all you're going to do is a little hip hinge. So your upper body's going to come forward a little bit and you're weighting into your heels. And then come back straight, reaching for the ceiling. And then just do that again. Hip hinge, stick your butt back. Make sure you're hollowing out your stomach. And then all the way back up straight, trying to get the body really long here. And again, butt back. And now take the arms and sweep them back. Your palms are now going to face the floor. You're going to hip hinge a little bit more. But your spine stays nice and long and you're weighting into your heels. Now from here, keep your chest proud and the shoulders nice and broad, and then sweep the arms forward. So you're not moving the torso, it's only the arms that are going up and back. You're trying to lift the arms as high as you can each time without bending at the elbow. And now take it all the way straight up to the ceiling again. And now you're going to do a nice slow swan dive all the way down. You're going to round the back, just totally weight your upper body and fold the arms. So you got no hands on the floor. And just kind of sway the torso. A little forward to back, a little side to side, just sort of move around. Maybe let the weight come into the toes and then push those hips back. Wherever you feel safe, but just bring movement to this. While you breathe, don't forget to breathe. So important. Okay, now just let the torso fall where it wants to. Let your head relax and then bring the hands to the floor. Walk your fingertips out in front and drift your hips back. So the arms are nice and long. Your legs are straight. Get a little tug of war going on between you pulling the fingertips forward and your hips backwards with the legs nice and straight. Now you're going to just let the palms relax to the floor, let the torso fall, let the head go. Now from here, we're just going to inhale to a flat back. Fingertips only on the floor, drift the hips back. Now your spine is nice and long. And then exhale, fold back down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands out to plank. Keep your feet nice and wide, exactly where you had them. But let's get the shoulders pushing forward of the wrists a little bit. And now take it to a down dog. So you're trying to push the heels towards the floor with your legs straight. Your feet are still the width of the mat. Now let's bring the body forward again, keeping that belly nice and tight and up towards your spine. And push it back. Drive those heels to the floor. It should feel fabulous if you've been walking a lot lately. Or whatever activities affect our calves. Now pull forward. Be nice and high in your toes when you pull forward. So you're getting a nice little stretch into the pads of the feet. And now one last time, pull back. Heels towards the floor. They might not be on the floor, and that's okay. Okay, now we're going to pull the feet in so they're 4 to 6 inches apart. Just hold on this spot. We're going to elevate to the toes. and drive the heels down. Push back up. And lower, and one last time, lift up. Now from here, let's meet in bear. So you're going to step your feet in so your knees are right under your hips and just an inch off the floor. Now from here, right to that small dog. Now it should be possible to have those heels down. Come back to bear. And back to that small dog. And one last time. Let's meet in bear. Hold here for 3 breaths. Drop into those shoulders and then push away. Scapular work here going on. So drop in, press away, drop in, press away, put your knees down. Bring your wrists under the shoulders. You're in your quadruped position. We're going to round the back, drop your head. Hold on this spot, pushing away from the floor. Rounding your back as much as you can. Just let your head relax. Now try to move your hips back a little bit and hold on that spot. Now try to walk the fingertips forward and hold on that spot. So you got that little tug of war going on again. This is stretching out the upper glutes and your lats. Inch those hands a little more forward. Drift those hips a little further back. Just stay here for 3 big, powerful breaths. Okay, let's bring the wrists under the shoulders. You're back to that neutral position. Drop into your shoulders and push away. Should be a lot easier. You get bigger range of motion here now that you have your knees down on the floor doing this. So you're just flossing the shoulders, getting good oxygen to the area and to your lats. Just do it a few more times. Okay, step your feet back. Let's all meet in a high plank position. And now I'm going to have you step your left foot all the way forward. Put it between your hands. I want you to slide your back foot a little further back and lower your hips towards the floor as much as they will allow you to. Hold on this spot. Now come off the palms. So you've just got your fingertips down on the floor, which is causing you to really challenge this left leg a little bit. Just hold for a few breaths. And now let's put that right knee down. You're going to move the hips all the way backwards. Walk your hands with the hips, toes up to the ceiling. Your front leg is straight. Now, if you need to put a towel under that right knee or a pillow, grab one. Now walk it forward. Let your hips come as far forward as they want to. So you're getting a nice stretch through the groin area here. Now take it back again. Toes up towards the ceiling. Try to lower those hips all the way back behind you. So they're just maybe just above the heel. And now walk it forward again. Now this time I'm going to have you come down onto your palms, but take that left hand inside your front leg. Now let's activate our inner thighs by pushing your left knee into your left arm. And release it. And do it again. And release. And again, push it. Now walk those hips back again, toes on that left foot straight up to the ceiling. Bring it forward one last time. Now take your left knee and move it to the left as far as it will let you. And then bring it back so it's pressing into the arm. And move it to the left. And bring it in. And one last time. Nice. Okay, we're going to lift the hips up. You're going to step your left foot back, meet in plank. From here, we're going to take it right into a nice down dog for 3 breaths. Take as much air in as you can. Okay, let's meet back in plank. Now step your right foot up between your hands. Fingertips only, so you're really putting a lot of weight into your right leg. Now let's slowly lower that left knee, slide the left foot back a little bit. Let your hips just chill out. Let them come forward. Enjoy that nice groin stretch. Now let's walk the hands back and the hips. Right toes point up to the ceiling. Take your hips as far back as you can. And now let's walk it back forward. And back. And forward. Nice. Now let's come down onto our palms and bring the right hand inside your front foot. Press that right knee towards the arm or into the arm. And then let it go. Squeeze it in. And release it. And one last time. Now open it to the right as far as it will let you. Just hold on this spot. Breathe a few times. Now pull it in towards the arm. And let it go outside to the right. You're just getting a little bit more into that inner thigh. Pull it towards that arm. And let it go out to the side one last time. Now let's come off that left knee. Step your right foot back. You're in your high plank. Let's go right into a down dog. 3 big, huge breaths. Okay, from here, step your left foot forward. Sweep your arms out to the side. Come up with your shoulders over your hips and sweep your arms up to the ceiling. High on the toes on the back foot. Nice. Now just breathe here a few times. Let's bring the hands to heart. Get really high on the back foot. Now, without moving, wherever this leg was, keep it exactly where it was. And just take the upper body and lean forward. Feel the left glute wake up a little bit. Oh yeah, I want you to work it. Now keep going forward with your spine long until it feels enough, till you feel enough in that left glute. And then once you're there, 3 big breaths. Your spine is long. You're crowding out your chest. Now bring those shoulders. So you're pressing your heel into the floor as you rise back up. Sweep the arms all the way up to the ceiling again. And now bring those hands to heart. Give me that nice forward lean again. Adding on here, I'm going to rotate my shoulders to the left. while I'm in my big forward lean. Square out those shoulders. Shoulders back over your hips. Sweep your arms to the ceiling. Get nice and long through your torso. Hands back to heart. Big forward lean. This time we're rotating to the right. Go as far as you can, both shoulders. Stay low. Big lean. You notice now you're working a little bit more of your inner thigh on that left leg. Those muscles have to contract to stabilize. Now come back with your shoulders facing down towards the floor. You're going to put your hands down on the mat, step back plank. Let's do a little hover and we'll meet in up dog on the tops of your feet. Pull the stomach in when you hold this pose. Spread out your chest, broaden through the shoulders. Tuck your toes under, drive those hips backwards. Walk your fingers to the corners of your mat. Get that nice lat stretch. I don't know about you guys, but from Tuesdays, lat pulls, my lats were so sore yesterday. So this feels good. Lower that chest towards the floor. Keep your belly in. Okay, let's all meet back in plank. And then right into a down dog. 3 big breaths. Let's step the right foot forward. Sweep your arms out to the side, come all the way up, reach the fingers towards the ceiling. Nice and high on the toes on that back foot. Now let's bring your hands to heart. Give me that nice big forward lean. Wherever that front leg was, keep it where it was. Don't bend it more or straighten it more. Now, when you bring the torso back up, I want you to push away from the floor through the heel. Sweep the arms back up. Hands to heart. Big lean. We're going right this time, as far as you can. Now, if you feel unstable, your back foot needs to move more to the left. Come back, square your shoulders. Push through the front heel. Take your arms back up. Bring the hands to heart. Come on down with that torso. Go left this time. Square out the shoulders. Reach the torso back up. Reach the arms up. Get higher on the toes on the back foot. Swan dive the hands back down, nice and slow. Step back, meet me in your plank. This time we are doing a slow hover. We're going to end up all the way down on the floor. Let's go. Up onto your forearms. Little reprieve here. How good does this feel? Whew. Now, while you're holding this nice relaxing pose, baby cobra, I want you to pull in your stomach. Let's get on the tops of our feet so our ankles get to just chill. It's a nice little release for your shins. Just hold here for a few more breaths. Try closing your eyes and get rid of all distractions. Okay, let's take the chest to the floor. Bring your hands back by your chest. Tuck your toes under. Press yourself back up. Pull your hips backwards. Open up your knees. You're back on the tops of your feet, but your arms are long, head is off the floor. Modified child's pose. So the goal here is to lower the chest, keep the arms long. You're working your neck because you're holding your forehead off the floor. Just breathe. You can inch those hands a little more forward, get a little tug of war going on here. So try to isometrically pull your hands towards your knees. Okay, let's come back up onto all fours. Bring your knees in so they're under your hips. Let's tuck our toes under. We're going to do some nice cat-cows here. So around the back, look at your knees. And then flip it around. Take your gaze forward. So here your coccyx bone is reaching up to the ceiling, but you're still pulling in the belly. Round your back. Pushing away through the heel of the hands. And dropping into those shoulders, crowding out the chest. And one more time. Neutral spine. Kick your feet out to the side and sit back on your butt. Bring your legs forward. Open them to the corners of our mat. Now, sit up nice and tall like you're in staff pose. Lean your body forward without rounding your back. Just lean as far forward as you can with your spine long. And now take it back. Back to where you started. Make sure you're pulling in the belly. Now I want you to lean it back. We're not rounding. Go as far as you can, just holding this with your belly down. And then bring it up. So you feel like you're rolling over your sit bones. Lean forward. Reach your arms to try to touch the front of your room. Come back to where you started. And now take it back. Drawing in the stomach. Keeping the shoulders proud. And bringing it forward one last time. Reach, reach, reach. Now relax your hands to the floor, round your back and let your head go. So I have my elbows down on the floor. If you can, that's great. If not, wherever. This is all about enjoying. Okay, come on back up. Oh, my nose is running, sorry. Okay, bring your feet together. Take your, well, not together, but hip width apart, right? Take your right foot, cross it over onto your left ankle. So I've got my right leg on top. I'm going to walk it down, my legs, holding onto my feet, or maybe a towel, wrapping around both feet. If you hold onto a towel around the bottom of your feet, you can use it to help your upper body come a little more forward by bending through the elbows. And now round your back and just let your head relax. Once you've got as far into this stretch as you're going to get, it's 3 big breaths from there. Okay, pick your upper body back up, right foot down to the floor, cross the left leg over this time. Hands with your towel, Lean in. So you start out in this pose with a long spine. So you start leaning forward. You know, I like to do everything gradually. So that would be phase one of this stretch. And when you're ready, you round the back, let the elbows get to the floor and just hold and breathe. Okay, release the towel, pick yourself back up, open the legs, hip width apart again. We're coming down for a full body stretch. So arms out in front, C-curve your spine. Come down nice and slow with your belly pressing down. Now we're going to take the arms all the way back behind us. And you're going to floss those hands. So you're going to be rotating them, the palms out, and then the palms to face the floor. Your hands can be as far apart as you need them to be. But let's get nice and flat on our shoulder blades while we do this. Now start to move your hands up while you continue to floss. So let's meet with our hands right over our shoulders. You're going to clasp your fingers together, your palms together. Your arms stay nice and long, almost like you're going to do a lat pull. Take the arms all the way back behind you. Maybe your thumb gets to touch the floor. Whatever range of motion you have, try to improve it by repeating the action. Bring the arms all the way down as far as they can come forward, and then take them all the way back again. You're not going fast. You may notice already the second time through this exercise, you have more range of motion. How wonderful is that? To get immediate gratification. That's what we all want, right? Keep going. Let's just do 2 more of these, nice and slow. Now on this last one, if you haven't already, pay attention to the ribs and belly and keep them nice and low. Now, once your hands are back there, I want you to release the hands. Maybe have them a little wider than shoulder width apart. Hold them just above the floor. Spread your fingers wide and then squeeze the hand and make a fist. And then do it again. Open and close. Just a few more. Okay, let's bring the arms up. You're going to pull that left knee into the chest and keep your right calf down on the floor if you can. Let's extend that leg back down along the floor. Bring the right one in. This is such a basic stretch, but it is really good for you. So while you're pulling the knee in, try to relax the shoulders. Now let's take our legs and bend them with your feet on the floor, hip width apart. You're going to let the knees fall to the right, massaging your upper hip, and then come back up and let them go to the other side. And just keep going side to side. If your mat doesn't have a lot of cushion, this should feel really good. Okay, now when you come up this time, let's connect the bottoms of your feet. Pull your ankles towards you and let your knees relax towards the floor. Bring your elbows out to the side and make goalposts with your arms. So I want you to look at your elbows, look at each one and make sure they're in line with the shoulders. Now let the back of the hands relax towards the floor. Keep your shoulders exactly where they are and pull your hands forward. as far as you can till you feel you can't keep those shoulders down anymore. And then repeat. Nice and slow. Okay, after this next one, we're going to meet with the back of our hands on the floor. Keep your legs where they are. Slide your hands up behind you along the floor until you can feel your thumb and index finger connect. And then slide them back down where you started. And just keep going. Slide up. You own whatever range of motion you got. It's okay. Try to keep the arms as best as you can down on the floor. Keeping that chest nice and proud. One more time. Now this time, slide the elbows all the way down to the side of your body. Let your hands come up. Palms now down on the floor. Your arms are by your side. Bring your knees together. Let's pull them into the chest. And let's make a nice circle to massage our lower back. Change your direction. Next, now let's put the feet back down on the floor. Your legs are bent, but let's not have a huge bend. Not like when you're doing a bridge. So slide your feet out a little bit. Cross your right knee over the left. Use your right leg, the top one, to guide the left one towards the right side. And go nice and slow, because this should feel good. Lift that left arm up, straight up to the ceiling. And now you're going to let it go straight backwards. Since we did all that shoulder mobility work, it should be fairly easy for you to get a nice long arm reaching towards the back of the room. Now, while you hold that, see if you can relax that left shoulder maybe an inch towards the floor. Again, we're playing with angles here till we find a nice sweet spot where you're like, oh yeah, I love this feeling. I'm going to hang out here. Breathe. Okay, let's pull that arm back in. Let's bring the knees up, uncross. Same thing, other side. Left knee over right. Slowly taking the knees towards, not on, but towards the floor. Bring that right arm up. Drive it straight back, nice and long. How awesome does that feel? Now you want to be using that left knee to pull the right one towards the floor. So I'm really tight on this side. I can feel a huge stretch right over that hip. Hopefully you feel something and you're enjoying it. Open up the chest a little bit. Play around with the angle of the arm. Okay, let's bring the arm back. Let's bring the knees up. Let's pull them into the chest. This time, we're going to sort of start out like in a happy baby. So bring your arms through the legs. Get a hold of the outsides of your feet. Take your heels so they face up towards the ceiling. And let's just do a gentle rock. I want you to try to keep the entire lower back on the floor. Now bring your heels down. Keep holding the feet. Just lower your heels towards you. And from here, we're going to come right back to where you started in this happy baby. Now use your arms to help you move your knees a little closer to the floor. Let the heels come in. And right back for the last one. Now let's take the legs right up towards the ceiling. Try to get them straight. Flex your feet. Crowd out your chest, get flat on your blades if you're not already. Keep that tummy down and slowly lower the right leg. Once you're down, just at the height of the hip, start to point and flex the foot. Little stretch for the shin, little mobility for your ankle. Our feet take a beating, you got to give them love. Now circle that foot. Try to keep your lower back on the floor and keep using this as an opportunity to challenge your core. Circle the other way. And let's bring that leg back up. Take the left one down. Sinking your belly. Both legs are super duper straight. Now point and flex your left foot. Circle it. Change your direction. And lift the leg back up. Bring both knees into the chest. This time we're going to circle the knees. Open them out. So you got your hands on top of your knees. You make a big circle. Pull them back in and do it again. Okay, pull them in. Now rock and roll up. We're going to do that fun 90-90 exercise. So get your butt all the way over to the right side of your mat. The front leg in the front is 90 degrees at the knee and the hip and the ankle. And then turn your head to that back leg. Maybe find a towel to put under your knee. So here we go. Hands out in front of that right leg. Lower your torso over the leg. Oh, how good does that feel? Now come back up. So this time, fingertips only on the floor out in front, lower down. So let's try not to offset some of that weight into the hands as much as you can. Coming up and down, nice and slow. Now, once you're down on this next one, walk your hands out in front. Keep them wide so you feel stable and you're not leaning too far to the right. Just hold on this spot. I'm not rounding my back. My chest is lifted. I'm holding my head up. Going, when is this going to be done? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, walk it back. Now, flip those legs around so you're facing the back of your room. And get that 90-90 spot going on again. Hands out in front. Try not to lean too far to the left. Fold over that leg. And then come back up. Go nice and slow. It's almost like a nice massage for that hip. Come back up. I really like this exercise almost better than pigeon because no matter what your flexibility, you can limit how far down you go, but you can get a really good stretch without putting your body in a situation where it's not comfortable. Okay, you're on your fingertips, lean forward, walk your hands out, get the hands nice and wide. Just hold on this spot. Your arms are long. And then walk them back in. Come on up. Flip the legs back forward. And let's meet in staff pose. So I've got my feet hip width apart. I'm sitting up nice and tall. No rounding of the back. Pull the arms forward. Parallel to the floor. Now we're going to lift them up towards the ceiling as best as you can without leaning the body backwards to start. Now from here, start to hip hinge and come forward till you take your hands to the backs of your feet or your shins or whatever you can reach. Now you're going to round your back and lower the elbows onto your shins. Come back to a straight arm, long spine, lift those hands up, lift your torso back up so your shoulders are over the hips, arms straight up. Try to get tall through your torso. Nice. Now bring the hands parallel to the floor. Lean back without rounding. Once you know you can't go anymore and keep your belly down, that's your spot. Lift the arms up and lower them. Little work for your hip flexors, but that's good. They need to be strong because they sit dormant so much through the day. In flexion. Okay, arms forward. Now, open them wide. Stick your chest out and draw the belly in. Just hold. Now bring the arms forward, parallel to the floor. C-curve the spine. Oh, that feels good, right? Nice release. Come on down for a nice full body stretch. Take your arms all the way back. And now bring the arms forward and just by your side, your palms face the floor. Bend your legs. We're going to do a figure 4 stretch before we say goodbye. So your legs are bent. Pelvic tilt so the low back's on the floor. Right foot to your left thigh. Flex it. Keep it flexed. Move the right knee forward and bring your left knee in towards you without using your hands. Circle your left foot while you hold this position, your ankle. Go the other way. Now bring your hands onto your hamstring or your shin, whatever you can reach, and let your arms help you bring that knee in a little closer while you move the right knee forward. Relax the shoulders. Nice. Now take your right knee, cross it over the left. Keep them in towards you. If you can, find the outsides of your feet and pull them towards you. Nice little way to stretch out that IT band. Release the feet, uncross, put both feet down on the floor. Give me that nice pelvic tilt. Take your left ankle, sit it on top of your right thigh. Keep it flexed. Bring your right knee into your chest. Left knee moves forward. Hold without your arms to start. Circle your ankle. Go the other way. Bring your hands through. Hold on to the hammy or the shin. Let your arms help you get a little more depth into this stretch. Now release. You're going to cross that left knee right over the right. Find the outsides of your feet with your palms and pull the feet towards you. Keep both feet flexed. Okay, release the feet, uncross, extend your legs all the way down, nice and straight, arms back behind you. We're going to roll it up Pilates style. So arms lift, head lifts, belly pulls down,
You're C-curving your spine and you're rounding and falling between those legs. This is another feel-good moment. Just relax and breathe, close your eyes. Okay, bring your torso back up. I'm just gonna have you do one more stretch. Take your legs nice and wide, flex your feet, sit up tall, walk it forward. When you can't go any further with your spine long, hold on that spot for a breath or two. And if and when you're ready, you lower the forearms, round your back, drop your head. Okay, let's walk it back up. Bring those feet together, come up onto your feet, nice and high on the toes. Meet in a full fold. Now we're going to inhale to a flat back and reverse swan dive it all the way back up. Flip your palms, reach for the ceiling. I thank you so much for your power and strength. Have a wonderful day. The gang was all together. We're just missing Mark.
Yeah.